Hello, and welcome to my Art Update podcast thingy. This is episode number 46, update number 46, Eat the Rich! I kind of feel like I should have saved that title for later, but oh well. Just the usual grinding here. The purpose of this thing you're listening to right now is to update people who know me personally, Andrew Woolner, that's me, about what's going on creatively, what's been going on creatively for me over the last week or so. Of course, you know, some life updates, I get bundled into that too. Sometimes I read poetry, not today. And sometimes I have aimless sort of thoughts. Like I've got the one I've got prepared today, and I don't really have time to think about this with any discipline, but these are the kinds of things I think about, and these are the kinds of things that make it into my work, into my artwork. Anyway, but if you don't know me and you've never heard of me, you know, you can listen, but you know, if I say one more time, I'm going to be very cross with myself. But my goal here is not entertainment. So just listen if you're getting something out of it. If this is your first update and you haven't been keeping up with me over the years, I suggest checking out update number 1, maybe update number 2 to bring yourself up to date at least till the end of 2022 before jumping back here. I highly suggest that you don't binge the rest of the year if you're just starting now. I think that's probably too much me. We're close to the end of the year. Sometime around the last week of December, first or second week of January, I will do a year in review episode, and just wait for that. And excuse me, I got a cough. Right. Okay. Well, I'd say here, normally, recently I've been saying another busy week, but that's the problem. Busy weeks have kind of become the norm and are likely to remain so until, well, at least after the holidays. So, yeah. Before we head into the updates today, let me just talk for a minute about something that's been on my mind, that's just sort of rattling around in my brain. And this, yeah. So I did a photo shoot last night. I mentioned it last week that I had a shoot this Wednesday, a commercial photo shoot, basically a 50th anniversary event for a large company. Now this large company is a publicly traded market company. So they just make money and products that make money, like that are for making money and used to make money, right? They own an exchange. So right. So they make money. Just like any company that's not a nonprofit, of course. But if you're a markets company, trading stock and options and ETFs and that kind of thing, I mean, what exactly are you giving back to the world? I mean, don't get me wrong. This company isn't uniquely unethical to my knowledge. It just really struck me last night as I walked around the event room at this 5-star hotel, snapping some pretty decent photos, if I do say so myself. It just struck me. Look at this wealth. Tables of food, plenty left over, that neither I nor the other people working the party were welcome to. I hope at least the hotel staff got to tuck in after the event, or that the remainder went to the needy. But I don't know, for some reason, I kind of doubt it. So my friend who got me the gig, my good friend who got me the gig, told me afterwards that just we were talking about how there were 3 of us, and we were talking sort of about how, particularly the 2 of us who don't do this kind of work all the time, we're talking about how we felt very sort of out of place at this kind of event. And this friend who got me the gig told me that the cheapest rooms in that hotel we were working in last night, where a lot of these people were staying, the cheapest rooms were $1,500 US a night. And the suites, well, converted out to US dollars, because that's the sort of thing most people understand, about $26,000 per night. That is enough to put a new roof on my house. And I live in a G7 country. Imagine what that kind of money would do in poorer parts of the world. Like, how people stay in these. They stay in these for how can these places exist? How can places like this exist when millions of people don't have a place to live? Even in rich countries, millions of people don't have places to live. People are living in their cars. They're living in tents. They're living in shelters. And these places exist. I don't know. So this blah, blah, blah I'm doing here is completely disorganized and is really just a quick cross-section of my brain at the moment. And I guess I'm just wondering why I can watch people who work really hard to put things that are good into the world, people I aspire to be like, how these people can work their butts off to get by. They have to work their butts off to get by, and people who would if they could, but don't even have that level of privilege to work their butts off and still try to put something back into the world. The people who are just, they don't have time to even think about that. I'm just looking at that and I'm wondering why? Just fucking why? Shit is broken. So yeah, I'm sorry. This is not exactly eloquent, not exactly... I did not do a proper construction of this. I didn't have time to sort of prepare an audio essay. But that's not what this podcast is about. This really is to give you a cross-section of my brain and the things that are rattling around in there, because this stuff influences the work I do. And these are not new thoughts that I'm having here. These are things I've been thinking about for a while. And they've been influencing my work for a while. If you go back 13 years when I did my show 39, which was about the astronaut, I mean, the world that character grows up in has been taken over by companies and by people who might not be evil in and of themselves, but the companies in and of themselves, but the companies themselves have become sort of a horror generating factory, because they don't require necessarily anyone to be actively evil. And there are actively evil people, but like, they don't require anyone to be actively evil. They just require people to sort of be there and be willing to do their little bit to make the world a shittier place. Okay, yeah, like I said, not organized, but this has been rambling around, rattling is a better word, rattling around in my head for a while. And last night, it's always in there, but it really struck me because I was there and I felt so out of place. And yeah, I mean, it just kind of hammered it home. Shit is broken. Anyway, on that note, updates. YTG updates. Rehearsals for the Consent Show. The show structure is basically set now, and we've started gathering props, and we'll do costumes probably next week. We just need to have enough rehearsal time to pull something together now. This is an experimental piece. It's going to be probably a little bit rough. Hopefully the tech comes together. I'm really worried about the tech. But anyway, you want to help out with this? Go to ytg.jp/consent and get tickets. You can watch it online if you're not in Japan. You can watch it in person if you are. But now, do it now. I need to pay for stuff for the show. I've started paying for stuff for the show, and I'm kind of, freelancer issue right now. I'm just in cash flow crisis. Okay. Yeah. That's about all I have for you on that. Yeah. Other theater stuff. I am doing the lights for Tarinai Nanika's Rei Kamoi show on November 25th at St. Maur International School. This one you can only see if you're in town. They're not doing a live stream. Get in touch with me if you need tickets. That'll be easier than trying to say the long URL on the air. So get in touch with me. Send me a message if you want to get tickets to that show. I will be running lights. It's on Saturday, November 25th in the afternoon. I'm a little bit worried because I haven't yet been able to look at their undocumented lighting system, the school's undocumented lighting system, to see how I'm going to control it. I've been in there before. I know they've got a lighting board, but I never thought that I would be using it, so I didn't really ask about details. So I've got to go in. I need to go in Saturday and have this Saturday and have a look. Anyway, it must be DMX. It was installed in 1998, so I'm assuming it's DMX. It's got to be DMX. Please tell me it's DMX. Right. Nerd Night update. I actually have a bunch of stuff I got to get ready for Nerd Night. That's tomorrow. Tokyo.nerdnight, nerdite.com. Get your tickets. You can watch it online. It's free to watch online. You can always donate something, but it's free to watch online. It's only 1,000 yen to come in person. It's going to be a great show. Elizabeth Tasker talking about smuggling pieces of an asteroid across international borders. And Christian Horn talking about Mastodon, which is an awesome social network, and you guys should be on it. If you're on it, get in touch. Find me. I believe I'm at StageRabbit at famichiki.jp. That's my address. But you contact me if you want to find me on there. Let's follow each other. All right, podcasting update. No more update. No updates. Waiting for the next recording date. Oh, no, we did. We just are in the process of setting the next recording date. It will be, I believe, the Monday after. I had to double check. But it'll be after my show. So the show's consent is on December 2nd. And then I believe we're recording after that, so the Sunday or the Monday, and we'll be recording 2 episodes, I think, at once, because they're shorter pieces, and yeah, that'll be great. We still need to work up to having 4 or 5 episodes ready to release, because scheduling is always hard when we're dealing with sort of cross-continent scheduling. No editing time for Wayward Readers, big surprise. Photography update. I did that corporate shoot. I think I've sort of already given you the update. I really hate the money that's on display at that event, but I do like shooting events. I like shooting crowds. I like shooting people. I like doing these candid photographs. Yeah. I enjoy it. And, despite my blathering earlier, I mean, most of the people there seem quite nice. But, like I said, people can be nice, but they can be part of a system that's horrible. Like we all are in some way. Just some of us more than others. Okay. Life updates, not much new, just really getting ready for the Canada trip now. Got the suitcases open upstairs, and as of tomorrow, I'll be starting to put stuff into those. So, that's it. I hope that was tolerable. All right, until next week, Andrew out.